guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock. It's time for another video. Today, I'm going to be doing a video on the 5 best opening routines with regular coins. I keep having people ask me all the time, what are the best openers for this? What are the best openers for that? What are the best openers for the other? So I'm going to try and do a series of videos all about opening routines. And I'm going to be performing those opening routines so you can see exactly what they're meant to look like. Now, this first video is the 5 best routines that you can use, in my opinion, as an opener when you're using regular coins. No gimmicks, no extras, no nothing, just regular coins. I know there's a lot of purists out there. I know there's a lot of people that when they do their coin magic, they want to use regular coins and nothing but regular coins. And there's nothing wrong with that. I disagree. And the reason I disagree is I believe that I owe it to my audience to give them the best possible show that I can do. Now, if that means using regular coins, brilliant, so be it. But if that means I have to use a gimmick, I'm going to be fine with that. I have no problem using gimmicks, as anybody who's followed my career will tell you. However, there are many situations where I do open with nothing but a regular coin or a couple of regular coins. Now, these 5 tricks that you're going to see just require regular $half. I'll probably do another video on silver dollars because the routines that I would use to open with a silver dollar are very different to the routines that I would use to open with a $half. I think that different coin sizes are appropriate for different type of routines, but these are the 5 tricks that I would use. These are probably my 5 favorite, no, they're my 5 favorite tricks that I will use if I'm wanting to open in a strolling or a sit down or a close-up environment using regular coins. Now, what makes a good opener when it comes to coins? I think it needs to be something really quick, really visual. I think with coins, a lot of the time, one of the best ways to open is if you're producing the coins, because at the end of the day, you're a magician. If you're going to use coins, why not make them appear? It's the same with playing cards. If you're going to use a deck of cards, why not make them appear? Why not make the card box appear? Or why not make the cards appear inside the card box? Or why not take blank cards and turn them into a real deck? Or something like that. Why don't you do something to magically create the prop that you're going to be using moving forward? So the 5 routines you're going to see here are 5 different ways of producing the coins. From the production, I'll then go into one of a million different routines depending on how I feel, and there's a lot of factors on what I'll go into, what environment I'm in, if I'm sitting down or standing up, how many people I'm performing for, the type of people I'm performing for. All of these different factors will change the routine I'm going into, which is why when I create a set list, I don't like to be structured, because just because routine B is perfect to follow routine A, it might not be perfect in every single scenario. There are situations where I feel that it might be better to go in a different direction, and I like to have the flexibility to be able to do that. Having said all of that, I'm going to get into the routines now. I'll also tell you where you can learn all of them, but we're going to start off with one of the OGs of magic, Mr. Michael Amar. Let's have a look at the first coin production with regular coins that I think is one of the best opening coin routines you can learn. Jack, how you doing, Jack?
Hello.
Check this out, look at this. I'm going to take a piece of nothing. Can you see that nothing?
No.
Probably because there's nothing to see, right? But here's the thing, if I tug on my sleeve, what happens is that piece of nothing actually turns into a silver $half. That is an illusion of quality. Now, I'm going to do it again for you. See, if I take another piece of nothing and squeeze, I get another coin. Every time I squeeze, I get a coin. Every single time I squeeze, I get a coin, which means now we can start the trick.
That wasn't the trick.
No, that was, well, yeah, that was the trick, but it's an opening trick. So it's what you use to produce the coin before you go into, doesn't matter. So what you just saw there is Sonic Squeeze. Now, Sonic Squeeze is amazing. I'm pretty sure that the first time I learned Sonic Squeeze was from the Collected Almanac, Richard's Almanac by Richard Kaufman, and in there, I'm fairly sure, was the first write-up for Sonic Squeeze. Obviously, after that, Amar put it in the Easy to Master Coin Magic series. I believe it was in the Magic of Michael Amar, the big book that he wrote, although I could be wrong. But I think it was Richard's Almanac that I saw it first. It's a perfect opener. It makes 4 coins appear, and your hand is shown empty every single time. Let's look at the positives here. So first of all, you just need 4 coins in your pocket and you're good to go. 2, even though I say that this is best with $half, you can very easily adapt it and do it to dollars. 3, you don't have to make 4 silver coins appear. You could use it to make 4 completely different denominations of coin appear. 4, there's not really any angle issues to speak of. 5, you don't require a table. 6, everything's un-gimmicked. Everything happens in the hands of the spectators. I love the fact that your hand is shown empty before you take the coin and put it down. And then you take the next one and your hand's shown empty every single time. There's so many positives for this trick, it's great. And if you think about it from an audience's point of view, and I've talked about this on the channel before, one of the hardest things that a close-up magician has to do is win the audience over. You've got to go up to a group of people who don't know who you are. You've got to interrupt their conversation, and then you've got to get them to want to listen to what you've got to say. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do by any stretch of the imagination. So I tend to find that if you go into something quick and visual that's over in about 30 seconds, it's going to establish credibility, it's going to show skill, it's going to show that you're entertaining, it's going to show them something they haven't seen before. And that's the important thing with coin magic. It's not a pick a card trick, it's something that they haven't seen before. There's a lot of positives when it comes to this particular trick. Now, what's the disadvantage? The disadvantage is you have to be able to do a controlled drop of 4 classic palmed coins. That's the disadvantage. You have to be able to control drop the coin. So in other words, you have to have 4 coins in classic palm and drop them on command one at a time. It's not the easiest trick in the world to do. But I honestly think that the controlled drop is one of the most important sleights a coin magician can learn. Because when you've got a good classic palm, it's like having a 6th and a 7th finger. It's like having 2 extra fingers that can hold coins out when you need it, and then literally throw them into the other hand when you want to. So yes, it's not the easiest trick in the world, but visually it looks incredible. And I love the fact that the starting position is just 4 coins in my right hand pocket. So when I want to go into this routine, I just put my hand in my pocket, I palm the coins off, and I am good to go. If you want to learn Sonic Squeeze, like I say, it's on probably the best source is Michael Amar's Easy to Master Coin Magic series. But if you can track down a copy of either Richard's Almanac or The Magic of Michael Amar, I'm pretty sure it's in there as well. Now, the next routine you're going to see is from another one of my favourite coin magicians, Rune Klan. And this is a routine that first appeared on his videotape, 3 Pieces of Silver. Let's have a look at this one. Good. Check this out. I'm going to show you something with a piece of nothing. Can you see that piece of nothing right now?
No.
It's because there's nothing to see. It's a little piece of imagination. It's right there. I'll grab another piece of nothing. Hang on, that's that one there. That's piece of nothing number 2. Can you see that one?
There's nothing there.
No, there is. Hang on, there's another piece of nothing there. Can you see that one? Yeah, if I take the 3 pieces of nothing and put them in my hand, I can rub, and I can turn them into 3 coins. Oh. Which is kind of crazy, right? But you know how it works. Would you like to know how it works? I can say, yeah, they're just using your imagination. You see, there's absolutely nothing there. All it is in your imagination. There was never any coins. Okay, so that was the production from Rune Klan's 3 Pieces of Silver. Now, Vanishing Ink re-released that as a DVD stroke download a little while ago, so I think you can get it as a download, and I'm pretty sure it was in his book as well. I learnt it from his videotape when it was a videotape. That's how long ago I learnt it. This is a great coin production. Very different to the first coin production, because with the first coin production, you're producing the coins one at a time. With this particular coin production, you're producing 3 coins at once. But the structure of the routine is really nice because you're showing all of your hands empty multiple times. You know, you're showing your hand empty, then you're showing this hand empty, then you're showing this hand empty, then you're showing this hand empty. It really does appear like your hands are completely empty, and then boom, the 3 coins just appear at your fingertips. And it is, like everything else on this video, 3 regular coins, no gimmicks, no extras, just 3 regular coins. Perfect for mix and mingle, perfect for strolling, because you don't require a table. There's no table required. You just literally put your hands in your pocket and you're good to go. You take your 3 coins, you make them appear. Now, in that particular performance, Rune goes into a completely different vanish sequence at that point. He takes the coins one at a time and makes them vanish. Typically, when I do this routine, I make the 3 coins disappear at the same time. I make them disappear, and the sleight that I use to make them disappear, just for your frame of reference, is the Silent Steal by Derek Dingle. Now, Silent Steal is an incredible way of vanishing 2, 3, 4, 5 coins relatively, well, very cleanly, to be perfectly honest. It looks like you just put the coins in your hand, wave your hands over, and the coins go. Now, what's really nice about the silent steel is when you've finished it, the coins end up in classic palm in your right hand. So what you can do, and this is what I do an awful lot of the time, is I do the Rune Klan production, vanish the coins, and then I'll go into the Michael and Mars Sonic Squeeze production to produce the 3 coins back again. Now, if you think about that, in a 1 minute, it really is no longer than a minute, I've made 3 coins appear all at once. I've made them vanish and I've made them reappear one at a time. Talk about establishing credibility and showing people something amazing that they probably haven't seen before. And the nice thing is, it's regular coins. Now, just like with the first routine, probably the big disadvantage here is it's not the easiest routine in the world. You've got to be able to curl palm. You've got to be able to use edge grip. You've got to be able to use demonchi grip. You've got to do a few different changeovers. The Sonic Squeeze, not Sonic Squeeze, the Silent Steel is not the easiest routine coin sleight in the world to do. You've got to heel clip 3 coins, silently steal them off into demonchi grip, and then maneuver them into classic palm, all without making a noise. It's not the easiest routine in the world, but if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? And it's a really fun routine to do. And as I say, it happens in the hands of the spectators. And always the best magic that you can do is magic that happens in the hands of the spectators. That's really the only real negative is it's a little bit tricky. The positives are there's not really any angle issues. There's a bit of a angle from the left, but as long as you favour that side, it's not really too much of a problem. You know, it's very visually stunning. So it's a really great coin production. Rune Klan is an absolute genius in my opinion. So we're going to move on to another one now. Now this is one of my coin productions. This is a routine, one of my favourites to do. I actually taught this recently in my 3rd Coin Magic Academy. I'm going to show you a performance of it right now and then we'll talk about it. This is called Wild Frame. So do you know what this is?
The invisible purse.
Invisible purse. You've seen one of these before, haven't you? Yes, the invisible purse. The whole thing's not invisible, just the bag. But it means that anything inside the bag is invisible as well until you take it out. Now, what I keep in there are coins with potential. That is a coin with potential. Have a look at that. It's what a coin would look like if it was actually a coin. Now, the thing is, it's not a coin, but I can make this look like anything I want to. So this little invisible purse here, it doesn't just hold coins, it also does currency conversion. So for example, if I wanted to print this imaginary coin into a silver dollar, cup your hands together for me. All I do is I just drop it through like that and we get, no, seriously, have a look at it, show the camera. We've got now a silver half dollar. Pop it down there, we'll do it again, because I can do this as many times as I want to. I just reach into the purse, I take out a little coin that's got a bit of potential right there, and that is a piece of nothing. Do me a favour, I want you to cup one hand and then hold the purse like that over your cupped hand, like this. You're going to experience the magic yourself. Are you ready? Watch, as I drop it through, it turns into one of those American half dollars. This is how magicians make money. All we have to do is take the purse, reach into the purse, take out the invisible, well, it's not invisible, but it's a coin with potential. We just drop the coin with potential right through there. It turns into a silver half dollar, and we can turn it into anything. We turn it into £2 coins, whatever we want, but that is how magicians make money. So that was Wild Frame. Now, I love the purse frame, and when I say I love the purse frame, man, I mean I love the purse frame. I do so many different purse frame routines, and I remember when I was doing during lockdown when I was doing virtual shows, I was opening every single virtual show with a sponge ball production and vanish sequence using a purse frame. It just is incredible. People know it's not a real purse. People know it's not an invisible purse, and then you open up the purse and you take a coin out. It's magical, both for adults and for kids. It's kind of got that Harry Potter cloak of invisibility style feel about it. It's just great. So I very much do like using coin purses in my magic. Now, with that being said, I particularly like this one. When I taught it on the Coin Magic Academy, I used a Chinese coin, and that works fine. I made the Chinese coins appear and then turned them into half dollars one at a time. No problem with that at all. However, a lot of the time I'll use a blank coin. Now, you can get blank coins from all good magic dealers. It was a concept that was originally developed by David Roth, and thanks to me, You Did Magic, it's been brought back to fruition. blank coins are basically coins that are blank that can turn into any type of coin you want it to. There's a lot of different routines that you can actually do with blank coins, and if you want to explore that more, you can go and get the Blank Coin Project by Amir Yedid, and it's from My Magic. You can get that, and there's actually a routine with a blank coin by David Roth using a purse frame, but it's a very, very different routine to mine. In many different ways. The routine that I did, I love it, and one of the reasons I love it is because when I use a purse frame, I very much like the coin that I'm taking out to be in left-hand finger palm. I don't like it to be in the right hand, because I think that when you reach in and you just take the coin out, it's more impressive if the hand can be seen empty. And this particular coin production I did, while framed, it's structured so that every time you open up the coin purse, you're taking the coin out from left-hand finger palm. But I also very much like the whole idea of taking the coin, taking the blank coin, dropping it through the purse frame, and having it print as it drops through. It looks incredible. And I love the fact that you do it 3 times. And the first time you drop it through into their hands, the second time they hold the frame, and you hold the coin and you drop it through into their hands, and the last time, boom, you drop it through into their hands. It's really fun routine to perform, and I think that's the most important thing. I think sometimes we forget that magic is meant to be fun. Sometimes we wrap ourselves up in theory so much, and we wrap ourselves up in discussion of techniques, that we forget at the end of the day our goal is to perform and entertain people. And that's what this routine has in spades. It's a fun routine that's designed to entertain people. But the other thing about it is it's very it's not difficult. It's quite easy to do. Yeah, you've got a classic palm, a couple of different coins, but compared to the other 2 routines, it's a lot easier. It's definitely accessible by most intermediate coin magicians pretty much immediately. But again, as an opening coin production, if you think about that routine that you just saw, it's probably a minute and a half at the absolute most. And look at how much magic there is. You're making you're making blank coins come out of a coin purse. You're then having them print as they fall through into the spectator's hands. I mean, it's so incredible, really, when you think about it. It's one of the reasons that I love performing this routine so much. It embodies what I think is important when you're doing an opening routine with coins. And by the time you've finished, you put the coin purse away, you ditch the coin blank, and you can go into whatever routine you want to go into, because you're left with 3 regular coins. You could do it with 4 coins. It becomes a little bit more tricky, but you could do it with 4 coins. But to be honest, a lot of the routines that I use, and I do, only use 3 coins. So for me, it's really not an issue. Now, we're going to move on now. What are we moving on to now? I have to look over. Oh, yeah, okay. So we're moving on now to a routine that I'm pretty sure Michael Rubenstein originally showed me this. It was about 15 years ago, and I don't know who originally created it. And I did find out once, and I think I read it once, but my memory is foggy. I'm pretty sure it's not Michael Rubenstein. I'm also pretty sure it's not Valerino, although I have Valerino on my head, but I don't know why. So if somebody can tell me in the comments down below who actually created this particular trick, that'd be great, because it is a really fun routine to perform if you're doing a tabled sit-down performance. The other 3 routines really were designed for walk around, mix and mingle, no table required. This, for sure, these next 2 routines do require a table, I think that's fine. I think that it's important to have routines that play in certain situations. You know, if you're sitting down at a table, you will change the set, or at least I do. I do different types of magic when I'm sitting down versus when I'm standing up, versus banquet, versus strolling, versus parlor, you know, and I think it's very important to do that. So this is really a sit-down performance. It's not lapping, but you do need a table to put the coins down on. Let's have a look at it. But if anybody can let me know what the trick is or who created it, I'd really appreciate it. Hello? Jack, have a look at that card. Is it real?
I hope so.
There you go. Hang on, let me use my psychic powers. Jack, you picked the 7 of clubs.
Oh, how did you know?
Are you impressed? Years of practice, right? But here's the thing. This is not a card trick. It's a coin trick.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. If I snap my fingers, do you know what happens?
What?
Well, I get a coin right there underneath the card. every time I snap my fingers, look, every single time I get a coin underneath the card. If I snap my fingers, I get a coin underneath the card. If I snap my fingers one more time, I get a coin underneath the card. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. Now, if I was doing more magic, I could start the trick. So one of the things I love about this particular routine is that it makes a great transition from cards to coins. So after you've finished a card trick, you can have them take one card out, you can put that card onto the table, and boom, you've made 4 coins appear before they even know what's going on. I love that. I love the fact that you can just make 4 coins appear from nothing. And I think it's very important to think about routines that you can use to transition from one prop to the other. And as I say, this is a great routine to transition because you've got a deck of cards, you put the card down on the table, boom, you've got 4 coins, and now you're into your coin set. Really, really cool. The other thing about it is it looks impossible. You know, you put the card down on the table, boom, there's a coin. Now there's another coin. Now there's another coin. Now there's another coin. It's like, how could that possibly happen? I love the fact that it's one-handed and you're just turning over the card each time. I also love the structure of the particular routine. Although it's fairly simple to do, I love the fact that you're almost working one ahead. There's no heat on the load of the card because it's happening as the coin comes into play. Everyone's attention's on the coin, and by the time they've seen that coin, boom, you've loaded the next card. So it's a really fun routine to do. It's great from an opening point of view. If you're going to open a coin set, what better way than to go, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4 coins, let's begin. And also, if you are doing this in a table performance, you've got a card, you've got 4 coins. So now you can go into a matrix. One thing that I used to do many, many years ago, and I haven't done it for a while, so I really think about doing it. How I transitioned this is I took a card, I made a card appear from Tenkai Palm. So I made a card appear from Tenkai Palm in the left hand, because all the coins are in the right hand. Yeah, so I made a coin appear in Tenkai Palm. I showed the card, I made the 4 coins appear, and then as the 4 coins were pushed into a row, I stole 3 cards from my pocket, and this was an ace, and I squared up, and then I went into a Phoenix production to make 4 cards appear. And then I went into a matrix, and it was a really flashy way to open a set. If you think about it, within like a minute, I've made 4 coins appear. I've made 4 cards appear, and now I'm into a really cool matrix. Now, the one problem with this particular routine, just like with a lot of the routines here, is that it's not the easiest routine in the world to do because you're having to classic palm 4 coins and do that controlled drop one by one. But here's the thing, I said this is a video about routines that you can do as an opener with regular coins. One of the things about gimmicks is it makes coin magic easier. By adding a gimmick into your coin magic, it makes the coin magic more accessible and easier to do. A lot of the more difficult sleight of hand can be replicated by gimmicks. When you're dealing with pure sleight of hand with coins and there's no gimmicks and there's no extras, you are going to have to require a certain level of sleight of hand. And as I said at the beginning of this video, the controlled drop is a really important sleight and a really important skill that you really should learn. But this particular trick, if you're sitting down at a table, this is a great routine to do. Now, the final trick that I'm going to present to you today uses a coin box, and this is a variation of a coin production from I can't remember, maybe David Roth. It uses a coin box. This is my variation on it, and this is actually on the net tricks as part of a longer routine. And I love using this to produce a coin at the beginning of a coin box set. Now, I love coin box magic. I have done a video on this channel about the hows and whys of coin boxes. I do love coin box magic, and this is a great way to open a coin box set. And one of the reasons it's such a great way to open a coin box set is because, boom, the coin just, you start off with a box with nothing in it, and all of a sudden you've got 4 coins, and now you're ready to go. If you haven't seen this, let's have a look at it right now. This is a really fun routine to perform. Here it is. This is a coin box production. From an empty box, you're going to produce 4 coins. Jack, I've got a little box here, a little brass box. Can you see it?
It's cute.
Yeah, inside the box, there is absolutely nothing. Well, I say there's nothing. There's actually an invisible coin in there. Let me take it out. You can have a look at that if you want to, Jack. Can you see it?
Kind of.
I'll put it back there. Have a good look at it. Check it out properly. Have a look at it. Check it out. Yeah, it's right there. Have a look at it. Check it out. Make sure it's okay. And then when you've checked it out, make sure it's okay, pop it inside the box. Perfect. Now, watch the coin. Keep one eye on the coin. Keep one eye on the box. Keep one eye on me. The lid goes on top. Now, you saw when I made that coin visible, right? That's because there's an invisible coin there, and I picked it up and it became visible. If I take another one and throw it in the box, and another one and throw it in the box, and another one and throw it in the box, wait a second, snap my fingers, that's the signal for the magic to happen. You see the box is fuller now, and the reason is now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 coins in the box, which means that we're ready to do some magic. So as I said, that's my version of the coin box production. You can learn that on the Netrix, www.thenetrix.com. There you go. But yeah, I mean, there's so much that you can do with coin boxes. There really is so much that you can do with coin boxes. And I think my approach to coin box magic is very simple. If you're going to do a trick with a coin box, why would you not make the coins appear first? Make the coins appear, do some magic with the coin box, put the coin box away. You know, that I think is very important, and this is a really clean production of 4 coins because you bring the box out, you take the lid off, they can see that there's nothing inside the box. You then have them put that invisible coin there and you pick it up, and I love that moment. They've put it down there and then you pick it up and show it them and hand it them to examine. I love that moment. And then immediately you put that coin back in the box, you put the lid on, boom, boom, boom. They see the 4 coins in the box, and then you tip them out, and now everything's examinable, and you're left with a regular coin box, and you're left with 4 regular coins that you can use to go into any other routine you want to go into. Now, the disadvantage, I'm beginning to sound like a suck record now, it's not the easiest routine to do. You're having to do lid loads, you're having to do shuttle passes, you're palming several coins at the start of the routine, as you can imagine. So it's something that maybe will require a little bit of practice to get. But I honestly think I've seen so many people do coin box magic, and rarely do I see a production of the coins before you go into the coin box magic. And I really don't understand why, because there are so many really wonderful coin productions like this one. I don't know why more people don't make the coins appear before they go into the magic with the coin box. This particular routine, love it, absolutely love it. Whenever I do a coin box set, as long as I'm not doing something like a Bob's box or something, this is a routine that you'll see me do an awful lot. Again, like all good openers, it's quick, it's visual. Within 30 seconds, you've got these 4 coins, and now you're into the routine. You've established credibility, rather than saying, I've got a box, I've got 4 coins, examine the coins, examine the box, examine the lid, we'll put the coins away, we'll do this, we'll do this. You know, it's kind of better, in my opinion, to establish credibility and show people you are really good at what you do, which is why this particular routine is a great opening routine with regular coins. So there you go, guys. That is 5 tricks with regular coins, regular $half that I think make exceptional openers. So now it's over to you. What do you think? Is there an opener that I'm missing? I'd love to know what you think. And is there, you know, something you'd like to say about this list? Again, I'd love to know your opinion. Let me know in the comments down below. I am going to be doing more of these videos, not just on coins, but cards, mentalism. I'm going to do it with everything. I'm going to try and break down a list of all of my favorite openers using multiple different props and multiple different genres of magic. So if there's something you particularly want me to do, please let me know. Don't forget, if you want to go ahead and join the Netrix, you can do so right now and see what all the fuss is about and why so many people join and rarely does anyone leave. It's www.thenetrix.com. That's www.thenetrix.com. You can go and access it now and see what all the fuss is about. And don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again very, very soon with another video. I'll see you soon. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.